Dela Wright, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so Dela Wright report has it that Igbis has taken Queen Naomi and the Ooni of Ife to a river in Kogi State that is called Osomi River. Osomi River has a goddess, and most times when women are in need and they are tired, they are frustrated and all of that, they go and cry to the goddess. Now we are hearing that with everything that is happening in the palace, if you notice what has been going on, Igbis has been out of the radar for a long time. The reason happens to be all of the complications that have been happening between her and the Ooni of Ife lately. And so it's almost as if she's been sidelined. It's almost as if she doesn't even exist anymore and all of that. And so this has really given her cause for concern, as we are hearing that in the heart of, a village around the Igbira, they have this Igbira, Igbira side of the Kogi people, okay? I don't know much about them. They said that an ancient spirit still whisper through the thick grove and sacred hills. There lies a river that generations have revered, a river where women go when love becomes a battlefield, when the heart is in pain, and when human strength is no longer enough. This river is called Osomi, and its goddess, Iya Osomi, okay, is known across the land for her powers in love, fertility, and feminine honor. And it was, as we are hearing what is going on, it was to Osomi River. They said, Igbis had gone to Osomi River to cry to the gods. Now, knowing that Igbis, of course, is an Igbira, daughter by blood and culture, and when the emotional storm became unbearable, when the king's mind became a shrine to Queen Naomi and her own presence felt like a shadow, Igbis did what no one expected. She returned home, not to the family compound, not to consult elders this time, but to the banks of Osomi to cry out to her mother spirit, Iya Osomi, the divine washer of Igbira women. This is what we are hearing. It was at nightfall when she arrived, dressed in pure white, barefoot, her head wrapped in traditional clothes. She walked into the river slowly. Her attendants kept a respectful distance. The elders say that when a woman steps into Osomi River to pray, she is no longer just a woman. She is a vessel pouring out her soul into the waters, okay? She carried with her 7, items: white cloth, cowries, a calabash of honey, bitter cola, an egg, a mirror, and a fresh hen. They said that was what she took to the river. Now, the people who came out and broke out this news are people who are supposed to be very loyal to her, her maid servants and all of that. They say each of these items had a meaning. The honey for sweetness in her marriage, the egg for rebirth and renewal, the bitter cola to take away bitterness, and the mirror so the goddess could look into her heart. The hen was to be set free in the water, and offering to Iya Osomi. They said that is what she has done. There at the river, she knelt and wept, not the silent weeping of a scorned woman, but the loud, raw cry of a soul fighting for space in her husband's heart. Iya Osomi, mother of the deep spirit of our women, help me restore what I have lost. Let me see, you in action. Let him want me. Let, Naomi's power fade. Let my love rise. They said that was what she was saying. Now, these people that are supposed to be loyal to her are the ones who broke out this news in the palace. Everybody shocked, mouth open. No be smart, Now, here lies the mystery. Osomi is not a petty goddess. She doesn't answer prayers rooted in jealousy. She doesn't respond to cries that seek to destroy another woman. She is the goddess of restoration, but not of rivalry. Her power brings healing, not cures, and those who come to her with impure motive may find themselves entangled in a deeper spiritual battle than they anticipated. That is what, some elders in the palace of the Ooni of Ife are saying to Igbis right now. And they said this also was what the custodian of that river had mentioned to Igbis, that Igbis came to cry, and that cry is coming out of rivalry spirit and also of jealousy. Now, traditionally, women in Igbira seek, Osomi's help for childbirth, for the return of a wayward husband, or for healing. But it is also known that Osomi chooses. If she finds your heart sincere, she may bless you. If not, she may turn her back, or worse, ask for something in return. Since that night, the Igbis has changed. Her steps are slower. Her words more measured. Palace insider says she now avoids Naomi's name entirely. She wears more white. She no longer attends gathering where Naomi is mentioned. Some say she has been instructed to remain spiritually quiet for 21 days, a traditional sign that the spirit is working. So that is why you see, no matter what happens, you've not been seeing her face. This is what we are hearing if the information is true. But whispers have begun in Ibira land. Some elders are concerned. What exactly did Igbis ask for? Did she just ask to be loved or to replace Queen Naomi? Because if her prayer were rooted in competition, she may have disturbed not only Naomi's spiritual covering, but her own destiny as well. That is her own Igbis destiny as well. That is what people are saying. You see, Queen Naomi is not a woman one fights physically. Her strength is not in confrontation, but in covenant. She is not just loved by the Ooni, she is spiritually tied to him. And the Yoruba believe that once a man's soul is intertwined with a woman in the spiritual realm, even distance cannot separate them. The implication of Igbis prayers are serious, okay? If Osomi hears her and favors her, the palace may begin to shift. The Ooni may start showing her unexpected affection. Dreams may change. Signs may appear. But if Osomi rejects the prayer or sees it as selfish, then Igbis may begin to face setbacks, spiritual silence, isolation, even disgrace. That is the thing that Igbis does not know before, or Igbis never knew before going to that river. Already, other Oloris are watching her carefully. Ebony, who has her own frustrations, sees Igbis move as bold but foolish, okay? Blow and Dr. Lizzie, who have maintained a diplomatic stance, are worried that bringing deities into palace politics might awaken forces they are not ready to face, because this is something they have talked about. But what can one say to a woman who feels unseen, to a wife who feels overshadowed by, another woman's spiritual light? What can be said to a queen who is watching her husband slip further into the emotional arms of, the real owner of the husband? Because this is what it is. Olori Naomi is the real owner of the husband, whether you like it or yes. So whether you go to Osomi or Lasawala, nothing is going to change. But they said people are waiting to see what happens in the next 21 days, because they said they have given her 21 days to see whether it is positive or negative, depending on what her heart was, in tune with at the time that she was making all of these prayers in Osomi River. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.